have these, you've thought about throwing them away about 5 million times because they are a pain in the butt. But instead, I'm going to convince you to keep them because they are one of the best things to have on hand for super simple activities for your toddler. You're welcome. I don't know if we're going to be best friends or enemies by me convincing you to keep these. Have your toddler place the balls in muffin tins. They can do it with their hands. You can give them a big spoon. You could cut circles of paper and put it in the muffin tin so that they can color coordinate the pieces of paper to the color of the ball. Seems simple, but toddlers are simple creatures. Don't doubt it. I'm going to up the ante slightly, and we're going to put tape over the balls in the muffin tin, and they have to rescue the balls from the tape. You're really working those fine motor skills and that pincer grasp by having to remove the tape from the balls. You could take this one multiple directions depending on the age of your kid. You could just tape them to the wall and have them rescue them off the wall. What I did with my boys, I taped them to the wall, and then I put color coordinating squares of tape on the ground, so they had to run to one end of the house, the ball off the wall, and then they had to run back and tape the ball into the matching colored square. We're burning some energy, we're working on their color skills, all sorts of good stuff. I have 2 bins. You put all the balls in one bin and then have them grab the balls with their feet and like roll over and put the balls into the empty bin behind them. Legit, this is going to work their core strength and their stability. Picking up the balls with both their feet and transferring it requires bilateral coordination. They're going from one bucket to the next. They're working on their proprioception of where their body is in space and where the balls need to go. Figuring out how to grab, lift, and transfer the ball from one bin to the other challenges their motor planning too. My boys had so much fun with it. They were laughing hysterically. If your toddler is going through a throwing phase, redirecting them with a throwing activity is going to help so much. Packing tape, and I used blue tape to string the packing tape up. This one does require a little bit more setup, but it was so worth it. And my boys just went to town. They did both pom-poms and the ball pit balls on this. Full body movement challenge. They're working on their hand-eye coordination. They're learning how hard to throw, when to release, where to aim, and it will preoccupy them for so very long. Okay, for this one I took contact paper, which is sticky on one side and then not sticky on the other side. And I taped it sticky side up, and they practiced rolling the balls to get it into the sticky square. They're learning to judge distance and direction and force, how hard they need to throw the ball. It's hand-eye coordination. And it's also going to help build spatial awareness. And again, it's going to preoccupy them for quite a while, so you get to drink your hot coffee. I took 2 empty toilet paper rolls and told my kid to see how far he could walk with ball pit balls on top of it. Then race from one end to the house to the next. You could see how many they could transfer from one area to another in a certain amount of time. You could add tape on the ground for like a balance beam. You could do an obstacle walk. There's so many options with this. All while working hand control, core stability, shoulder engagement. You're training visual tracking and focus, which is really important for pre-reading skills, and of course their balance.